Last sea swim without a wetsuit, 2022. Ewan's telling me to get on with it. We're coming on a bit of a drive today down the coastline because I've done a bit of research and I think there's some nice views to be had. So the first stop off on this little trip is Shabla Lighthouse. As well as being the oldest lighthouse in Bulgaria, it's actually also the tallest lighthouse on the Black Sea, measuring 32 metres in height, and it also marks the furthest eastern point of Bulgaria. We're at CO Caves. I can't really find out much about them online. I think they're just a kind of cool rock formation, but apparently this area is very popular with deep water solo climbers. I didn't even know that that was such a thing. So you can actually climb up walls underwater. Really? I mean, I don't know, but apparently this area is popular for it. Deep water solo climbing. Solo as well, like on your own doing that? Really? That doesn't appeal to me. So I think we found the caves, they're just behind me here. So our next port of call is a little place called Tyulenovo. It's actually super cute, and there's a little hotel behind me that looks really nice. I kind of wish we were staying there because the views are just amazing from the rooms, and it's got a restaurant underneath that looks quite nice too. Anyway, we're not staying there, but it's nice to see these little places. So if you're ever coming here, you might want to check out this Tyulenovo hotel, it's called, because it does look quite cute. So quite a long time ago, a species called monk seal species used to kind of live in the waters by this village, and the name for seal in Bulgarian is Yulin. So that is the reason that this place is called Tyulenovo. And we're going to have a little walk along the cliffs now to a place called Tyulenovo Arch, which is an impressive rock formation in the shape of an arch. Apparently the arch is a really nice place to come for sunrise, and it was on my list to come for sunrise, but we've already done one sunrise on this holiday where we had to get up early, so yeah, we kind of gave that one a miss. Once is enough on a holiday. But yeah, it's really cool. There's actually like a face, like a kind of plaque of a face, like just on the archway of the arch. And I'm wondering what that is. I had to look online and I couldn't find anything, so if you know, let us know in the comments below who that face is. So between August and October, storks, pelicans, birds of prey, and lots more can actually be seen in this area. We actually saw some cormorants earlier. Yeah, I kind of wish that we'd brought our binoculars, but we forgot. Our next stop is Yailata Nature Reserve. All these places are literally within a kind of 5-10 minute drive of each other, by the way. And this place costs 3 lev each to get in, so that's probably about £1.20 each. And it's an archaeological site with archaeological remains dating back from different periods, basically. So we're going to have a little look and see what there is to discover. was a kind of stone sign there with things that you are forbidden to do. And it was like obvious things like, you know, throwing rubbish, climbing on the relics, that sort of thing. And then one, staying the night in the caves, and then one was hunting for treasure. Hunting for treasure. I wonder what kind of treasure's here. There are a lot of caves here. In fact, it actually boasts a cave town of more than 100 cave dwellings that run all the way through this reserve. How cool is that? When we first rocked up in Krapitz, I was feeling a little bit underwhelmed, and I was kind of a bit like, why did I kind of pick this place to come? And whilst Krapitz is very, very quiet, there's literally nothing there apart from the beach, this coastline answers why I chose to stay there, because it's a good little base to actually just explore this really dramatic coastal scenery. So this fortress wall was built at the end of the 5th century, beginning of the 6th century, and it was built to protect against attacks from barbarian tribes coming from the north. And it lasted until the beginning of the 7th century. It's actually amazing when you're in these caves, the noise of the sea just kind of comes right down. They're a good sound insulator. Wow. Imagine like living in here and just having this big kind of archway as your light source, and that's your first view when you wake up is the sky. I really like this place, it's so cool, like literally around every corner there's a different like relic. But I was saying to you, and what would really just be the icing on the cake is if there was a Mr. Whippy van just somewhere near here, because I'm really craving some ice cream. And then Ewan said it'd be great if there was also a nice little coffee place as well, selling coffees, maybe with a couple of chairs where we could just sit and chill for a while. So yeah. No Mr. Whippy, I'm afraid. So because the local village didn't have a place of worship, the local villagers up until 2004 used to come and use this church. This is the rock church of St. Constantine and Helena. So it's believed that this was used as a church in the early Middle Ages. There are also quite a lot of Proto-Bulgarian runic symbols carved into the walls. And this cave is one of 101 documented cave dwellings in this area. And they found artefacts, they found stone tools in these caves that date them back to, well, that basically record human presence in them from the 5th millennium BC. Wow, that is old. Well, that was 3 lev each, well spent. If you're in the area, I definitely recommend you coming to Yailata. It's definitely worth a wander around. The scenery is magnificent, and it's quite a magical place actually, with all the ruins and the caves. So our next stop, we've got 2 more stops on this trip, and the next one is Kaliakra Cape, which is about a 20-25 minute drive from here. So we're now here at the Cape of Kaliakra. So we're now walking through the remains of a town that once surrounded the fortress. The sky behind us is so dramatic. I reckon in about half an hour there's going to be mega rain here. Good to know if you're coming here, there's actually a restaurant, and it's really nice views actually. I didn't expect to see a restaurant here, but it looks really nice actually. And there's also a very small museum which is free to enter, and in that museum it's displaying kind of artifacts that they've found on this site, so very interesting. Legend has it, in the late 14th century, when Ottoman troops broke through the defences of the fortress, 40 girls plaited their hair together and jumped from the 70-metre cliff into the sea below, rather than face being captured. The Gate of the 40 Maidens monument, dedicated to the legend, stands at the entrance to the cape. We've just made it back to the car and the rain is starting, so that was good timing. We are now going to finish this epic day by visiting Bolata beach, which is an 8-minute drive from here, and we are thinking about going for our last swim, or perhaps just duke. Probably not going to be swimming, a dip in the Black Sea. Once we get down to Bolata beach, we will survey the situation and make a final call on it, but that's what we're thinking. I'm scared!
Here we go again.
This is going to be our last time in the sea this year. Well, we might do a wild swim back home in a wetsuit, but this will definitely be our last swim without wetsuits. Ewan says we're not allowed to pussyfoot around, we've just got to get on with it.
Serious stuff.
Can't believe we're doing this again. We'll feel good afterwards, that's what I always tell myself. Holy mackerel. Last sea swim without a wetsuit, 2022. Ewan's telling me to get on with it.
Always a drama.
Quick!
Go, 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 go!
It's starting to rain.
Invigorating!
So tonight is our last night on the Black Sea. We drive back to Sofia tomorrow. So I found a little place that I'm hoping we can go for dinner, if it's open, in a little village called Ezerets, which is just down the road from Krepitz where we're staying. If it's not open, then we might just go back to the fish restaurant from last night, but we'll see. So we'll have a wee bit more of a swim here, and then we'll go feed our bellies, sleep it off, and then drive back to Sofia tomorrow.
I second all of that.
What do you think of my new glasses? Romana isn't sure. Thinks they look like a bit like David Koresh from the Waco massacre. I'm thinking more like a bit more sort of rock and roll than that.
So unfortunately the restaurant we were going to go to in Ezerets was closed, but we've come up to a place called DURANKULAK, which is very near to the Romanian border. We found a really nice little restaurant which has an amazing menu, great choice of food, and the price is brilliant. So that meal we had last night was really, really beautiful and such good value for money. I had 2 vodkas and a Coke. Ewan had a non-alcoholic beer. We had a Greek salad, we had chips and cheese, I had sweet chilli squid, and Ewan had fish soup. And all that came to less than £20, so just unbelievable value, and just a really nice restaurant actually. So if you're in the area, I definitely recommend visiting it. So we're at the end of our Bulgarian Black Sea road trip, and I have loved every minute of this trip. It's been fantastic. I think my favourite place was definitely Mesmerised where we started, but it's been really great to just drive up the coast. And actually, now that we're at the very north tip of the coast, the coastline has just been absolutely stunning. The scenery is beautiful, so I'm so glad that we actually made the effort to drive all the way up here. It was definitely worth it. I also just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that has got in touch recommending places that we visit on this trip. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to go to them all. We've just run out of time. We could have literally spent another month here to see everything, but we do really appreciate your recommendations, and if we're ever back in this area, we'll certainly check them out. We'd really hoped to actually go to Ladza Monastery today on our way back to Sofia, but it's quite a long drive. It's 6.5 hour drive, so I don't think we're going to have time for that, unfortunately, but it looks really cool, so I'm a bit gutted that we're not going to get to see that. But yeah, thanks so much for all your recommendations.